What's up, guys? It's me, Ashley, and it is right now 11 minutes to 11. And these are making this video today is my last day as a senior in high school. Today's my graduation, so it's weird coming home at 10:48. It's really weird because I never come home this early at all. Like the earliest I usually come home, unless if I'm sick, is maybe like 12:30. So that gives me plenty of time to take a bath, change, get ready for graduation. I'll totally be taking videos there. So here's my cap. Proud of myself. I'm just walking to my school now. Go to the auditorium, get ready for the graduation. See? Close to the scene. There it is, the hat! It's the hat! It's the bro. Do it for him.
I was gonna put that one because there's actually a do it for him he-day meme.
Bye! Wow, I can't wait to see Allison go, fuck you!
Yeah, well, while she goes up to accept her diploma, fuck you!
Fuck you!
There you go.
To all these bitches.
Get that, and I was like, I want to take a picture with you too, but I'm too nervous. No, he was walking here, so I don't know where he is. That's it. No, I mean, we can go there. Can't do that. My mom wants to take pictures of us, so we have to dab.
He receives my graduation.
We're gonna cry, and then my makeup's gonna be ruined. All this, this took an hour.
Oh. This took like 10 minutes.
This took an hour.
My mom did it.
Sitting
Fine.
there,
It
and
was
she's
like 25
literally
minutes.
sitting on me, so.
ASMR makeup tutorial.
Oh no.
Pretty much that was it, except she was talking like a normal person.
ASMR makeup.
I picked out a very soft brush. Feel a soft brush. Yeah.
Kill yourself.
We're just gonna go.
Just really quiet.
That's ASMR. Kill yourself.
There it is.
There's this one ASMR that has a guy whispering fuck for 45 minutes. He just goes,
That's Tori. If Tori ever made an ASMR video.
and he does it for 45 minutes and he only says fuck.
Me.
It's the funniest thing.
Jordan Oakes, Lauren Oakes, Colleen Toole. Thank you, senior members of the concert choir, for that wonderful attention. Welcome, Mayor Loretti, Dr. Clouet, and members of the Board of Education. Dr. Smith, faculty. The most we had to do was color in the lines and avoid the kid next to us, who looked like he was going to take a bite out of a glue stick. Or when we became so emotional to leave each other at the 6th grade graduation. Remember approaching middle school as awkward preteens, where the only date we hoped for was the day we would have our braces removed. We then came knocking on the front door of high school, where all we wanted to do was graduate. We've had 4 years of challenges, 4 years of great laughs, and 4 years of finishing homework the period before it's due. We've had our fair share of fights. The cupcake fight our freshman year.
Oh my god.
One over a flying carrot. And we met some people along the way we shall never forget.
Over the child because
As our journey of high school comes to a close and we begin the next stage of our lives, I'd like to share a quote with you. Ralph Waldo Emerson has once said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." Everyone has come from different places, some even different countries. But the special mix of time and chance has brought us here today. Sure, we made our fair share of mistakes along the way, and perhaps have allowed a handful of opportunities to slip through our fingers. But let us not be defined by our mistakes, by the lessons we garnered from them. Let us not be defined by what we don't do, but by what we do and who we are. The future looks bright, and the past is behind us. And take this moment to reflect upon what we have become. Because life is short, and today is the first day of the rest of our lives. Thank you.
Did they just hit someone in the head?
There they go.
And they all end up in the front where no one.
At this time, I would like to call upon Senior Class Vice President Adnan Chalet for the introduction of the class essays.
This is never gonna come over here. What? Just because we're the end, we're not getting a beach ball. Oh, you got a huge one. That came out wrong.
This year, all Shelton High School seniors were offered the chance to write an essay on the topic, what lifelong lessons have you learned from being a Shelton High School student? And how will you be a responsible citizen in the future? The winning essay was chosen by a panel consisting of the Shelton High School housemaster, who oversees the senior class, one member of the Shelton High School leadership team, one Shelton High School English teacher, one Shelton High School outstanding student in English 11, one Shelton High School outstanding student in English 10, and one member of the Shelton Central Office Administration. Each person scored all of the essays, and the essay with the most points was chosen as the class essay. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our senior class essayist, Allison Brown.
Good evening. We don't remember the days. We remember the moments. I vividly feel the static electricity pumping through my veins while touching the electric ball freshman year in science. I can picture the faces of the art club members as we hung the whimsical mural in the band hallway. A 2-year feat that was the culmination of determination. I feel that same feeling a year later when our student-led French play went off without a hitch. I can hear the roar of the audience, my voice included, at the end of every spring musical performance. I taste the victory of walking out of the Shelton Community Center after taking an AP exam for the last time. Yet ask me for the date, the time, or the place in which these events coincide with, and all that exists is a black void. I've been staring at the countdown of days left to graduation on the whiteboard in my English class, failing to realize that the excitement to reach the number 0 has prevented me from seeing the true goal. The lessons we have learned inside these walls for the past 4 years cannot be capsulized into numbers on a board, because whether we like it or not, a part of SHS will be traveling with us. In our life, there is a purpose for every person we meet. Some will be there to test us, some will use us, some will teach us, and others will bring out the best in us. Every day at Shelton High School offered me an opportunity to learn something, whether it be in a traditional classroom, or in the halls after school, or in the stressful late-night AP homework sessions. One such incident occurred when I overcame my fear of speaking in public due to the plethora of assignments given to me through my French and English teachers. Similarly, small pieces of knowledge sprung up outside the classroom. For instance, who would have guessed that it took so many hours during art club to mix the right shade of midnight purple using only purple and white paint? Greater still were the lessons my teachers demonstrated for me, which was not written in lesson plans. Those lessons, to hold my own opinion in a debate no matter what the popular voice is. To write from my heart, crafting short story after short story in creative writing. And to experience all the joys of life without any strings attached. Those are the lessons I will remember the longest. The class of 2016 will go on to do unimaginable things. As Pema Chevron, a well-known author, says, nothing ever goes away until it teaches us what we need to know. Each one of us is graduating June 10th, 2016, because we are fully capable of finding our own place in this world. Therefore,
I would now call upon Senior Class Secretary Alyssa Gagnon for the introduction of the class salutatorian.
Yeah, guys, so with the balls.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations to everyone for completing a long journey.
I was thrilled when I first found out that out of all these new grads, I came in second place, which we Asians usually call last anyway, but
Bye.
seriously though, thank you. Being named salutatorian was a huge and unforgettable honor. Class of 2016, we learned through experience, and we've certainly experienced a lot over these past 4 years. We've learned that a friendship is not worth tearing apart over a cupcake. We've learned that it's our job to break through barriers, as long as those barriers aren't the second floor CAF windows.
Oh no.
We've had to endure. We've also learned some more serious lessons. We've had to endure the loss of some of our classmates and closest friends, and learn to keep moving forward. But through it all, we have not lost the most important thing: our individuality. One of my all-time favorite quotes by author Neil Gaiman says, "The thing that you have that nobody else has is you. Your voice, your mind, your story, your vision. So write and draw and build and play and dance and live as only you can. Don't try to be someone else, because you won't be able to." I learned that the hard way. I learned that if you want to be number one in the class, even if you work your butt off, even if you study all the flashcards and take all the practice tests, there will always be someone.
Whoa.
We'll call him James.
Bye.
There will still be someone
Miley, what's
who's
good?
better than you at it. But you don't have to measure yourself against that person. Measure yourself against where you want to be. Listen, I was a 7-year-old in 4th grade while most of my classmates were turning 10, so trust me, I know a thing or two about coming up short. I also know what it's like to want nothing more than to fit in, to be someone else. But I'm not James, and neither are you. You are you, because no one else has the exact same interests. You are you, because no one else is in all the same clubs, and plays all the same sports, and has all the same friends as you.
Bye.
You have some advantages, some achievements, some experiences that no one else has. Cherish them. So what if you didn't get into the Ivy League? I told myself after 7 hours of crying. So what if she rejected you? I said after 4 tubs of ice cream. But this isn't about my personal problems. Ice cream is cheap. Life lessons are invaluable. And the biggest life lesson I learned at Shelton High School is, don't be afraid to be unique. Don't let failures like those make you give up. Don't change your views simply because people disagree. And most of all, don't ever let people convince you that being you is a bad thing. Whatever you is, it makes the world a more interesting place. Finally, shout out to the real James Hunter for being a great sport and a well-deserving valedictorian. You brought out the best in me.
Aww.
I'd also like to give a special thanks to Mom and Dad for all the love and patience. Thank you to all my teachers and mentors. And finally, to all of you for a wonderful 4 years. Shelton High School, class of 2016. We made it!
Thank you, Care. I will now call upon Senior Class Treasurer Nicolette Niedzwicki for the introduction of the class valedictorian.
Valedictorian is an academic title typically bestowed upon the highest ranked student among those graduating from an educational institution. The term originates from the Latin valedicere, to say farewell. The valedictorian's traditional role is the final student speaker at the graduation ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the class of 2016 valedictorian, James Hunter.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to welcome all the families and friends that were able to make it here tonight. It is truly a night of celebration. We've worked hard to make it to this point. Let's be proud of ourselves and congratulate one another. It's an important milestone. This journey is one made up of many different experiences and events that have been pieced together to get us where we are today. Pieces of my journey are literally being linked together right now. Each time a member of my family graduates from high school, my mom makes them a personal gift for them to take to college. What my mom is making me is a quilt. Yes, Mom, I know it's under construction, but I'll pretend I don't know what it is when I open it. What's different and unique about this quilt is that it's made up of my old t-shirts. She has taken the time to sneak into my room for the past 15 years of my life to steal my favorite t-shirts and hope that I didn't notice. And by the way, Mom, I'd love to have that Dragon Ball Z shirt back. No matter how funny it is to see her sneaking around the house to hide this quilt, I find it extremely special. It's more than just a piece of fabric. It's a web of memories. It's my journey so far. It encompasses the highlights of my life, all the times I'll never forget, whether good or bad, happy or sad. This quilt represents the past and what has made me the young man I am today. To my fellow classmates, take a moment to think about your experiences, your challenges and accomplishments that you have been through in these 4 years. They form the squares that make up your quilts. Whether it's trips, sports, music, or just some really strange fashion, the collection is your unique journey. Each one of us, no matter what our next step is, has a set of memories that will be carried with us. Just like this quilt for me, you will find comfort and support in past memories, while creating new memories on the next phase of your journey. Everyone can remember at least once walking into that boring history class and seeing a saying like, "We must both learn from the past and learn to move on from it." While cliche, I believe this is an important lesson. The past has helped define us. It is now on us to use our experiences to learn and grow, to become broader and deeper, wiser and kinder. High school for some was not taken seriously, but for others it has been stressful and challenging. It has been a journey of growth and self-discovery. Many have learned to push their boundaries and try and go above and beyond what they believed they could do, or what was expected of them. All of us have changed. Sometimes we failed to be the best. Sorry, Pear. But it is the experiences that matter and teach us who we are. Our past will continue to follow us on our journey. It is important to remember that our actions in the moment eventually become our past, and at the same time, they are an investment in our future. As I move on to Notre Dame this fall, this quilt of memories, and Tejun, will come with me. I will reflect on it and use it to help me pick the right path in life. I encourage you to use your memories and experiences to do the same. For me, my high school years have been a memorable and rewarding experience, and I hope they've been the same for you too. Enjoy tonight, and let's embrace the continuation of our journey. Continue to piece together the quilt of your life with adventure and excitement. Work hard, play hard, laugh often, and surround yourself with friends and love. Class of 2016 out.
Here we go.
Thank you, James. I would now like to call upon Mr. Mayor Mark Lerdy in his 25th Shelton High graduation ceremony. Honorable Mayor of the City of Shelton offers congratulations to the class of 2016.
Henry, stand up one more time. I'm told that Henry aspires for my job. I told Henry, aspire to a higher calling. You know, I like that competitive spirit between the number one and number two speakers. That is what makes life very interesting and makes life successful. In any event, Good evening to our honored guests, the graduating senior class of 2016. Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Christopher Clouet, members of the Board of Education, Housemaster Dr. Beth Smith, members of the faculty, parents, family, and friends. We gather here this evening to celebrate with the class of 2016 on their many achievements and to wish them continued success as they leave Shelton High School and make their way into the world. And the first order of business for me, on behalf of our city, is to congratulate the graduating class of 2016 on a job well done. Class of 2016, take time to reflect upon what has brought you to this point, and you must also envision where you will go from here. You have reached your first milestone in life, a life that has been familiar to you for many years. You have enjoyed the comforts and securities of your school.
I would like to call forth the following students who, by their hard work and dedication to their studies, rank in the top 10 of the class of 2016. Please come forward as I call your name to be presented with a medal for your academic achievement. Of course, James Hunter.
Somebody dab up
Kair
there.
Shah.
What if I get up there to get like the bowl and just
Pejun
dab?
Kim.
Dab?
Yeah.
Philip Smolitsky. Alyssa Lamb. Andrew Shivos. Julia Mancini. Allison Brown. Ethan Lamb. And Christopher Cariano.
You know, one dude invited all 16 people. Huh? One dude invited 16 people.
Congratulations to the top 10 graduates. I would now like to call upon Dr. Smith to present the Headmasters Awards.
The Headmasters Award is given at graduation to a male and female member of the graduating class who have excelled at Shelton High School and who have made the most positive contributions to Shelton High School during their 4 years. At this time, I would like to ask the following students to please come forward and receive the Headmasters Award. Congratulations to Jillian Ortoli and Henry Jung. Before I begin my prepared remarks, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the efforts of the Shelton High School executive graduation staff, Mrs. Mesha, Miss Allen, and Miss Coffin, who have spent many hours preparing for this evening's ceremony. Thanks also to our maintenance and custodial staff for your preparation. To the parents of these distinguished graduates, thank you for your support of this institution over the past 4 years. I would also like to recognize and acknowledge the support of our teachers, staff, and family members, as well as members of the community who have assisted these soon-to-be graduates in meeting their graduation requirements. Thank you very much. Mayor Loretti, Board of Education Chairman Holden, Superintendent of Schools Dr. Couette, members of Central Office and the Shelton Board of Education, faculty, family members, guests, thank you for being here this evening to celebrate the success of the fine young men and women of the Shelton High School class of 2016. These graduates have met the high expectations outlined in our core values and beliefs. They are ready to embark on their continued journey as lifelong learners and responsible citizens. These soon-to-be graduates have taken advantage of the many opportunities offered to them at Shelton High School. They have displayed qualities of scholarship, leadership, citizenship, and sportsmanship. They have excelled in their academics, in the fine and performing arts, in athletics, and co-curricular and extracurricular activities. In the world of academia, the class of 2018 are second to none. Over 88% of these graduates will continue on to post-secondary education, with 67% of them attending four-year colleges and universities. Members of this class will be attending such prestigious and highly competitive colleges as Yale University, the University of Notre Dame, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, Wesleyan University, Boston University, Northeastern University, Gonzaga, the University of Michigan, and the University of Connecticut. Members of this class will continue their education in 24 different states, including every state on the East Coast, Texas, California, Washington, and Hawaii, to name a few. And some will even travel to Canada and Germany to further their education. 5 members of this class will be entering military service, while others will be venturing into the workforce. Class of 2016. The theme of your yearbook and your graduation is Our Journey. During these past 4 years, you have been Southern Connecticut Conference and state champions in athletics, won awards at local, state, and regional fine and performing art contests and competitions, represented us well in robotics competitions, spruced up our campus, been recognized across our country and our state in your academic achievements, and shared your time and talents in this community by completing over 4,000 hours of community service. Hold your applause until all graduates have received their diplomas.
Yeah, okay.
Please welcome our housemasters. Mr. John Scarrett, housemaster of House 1.
Hold your applause.
Dr.
Nobody's
James
gonna fucking do that.
Zavajanjic, housemaster of House 2. And Mr. James Calandria, housemaster of House 3, to present all graduates with their diplomas.
Sorry, these are new names. Who are these people?
I think we're gonna be out of here. What college you going to?
Huh?
What college are you going to?
Hartwick. It's like, I can't say upstate New York, but it is kind of. It's like middle of New York. Literally smack dab in the middle.
Where are you gonna study there?
Pre-med track, anything like biological sciences.
Shit.
Yeah, get my bachelor's, go to med school, perform surgery on babies. That's my thing.
Oh, how lovely. Are those the diplomas?
Wow. A piece of paper.
Kaylee Adams.
Aaron Adler.
I made it! I made it, you guys!
Still made it.
You made
Brittany
it!
Naples.
Oh, that's my diploma!
Gianna
So cool! I have a
Panula.
diploma!